My child, do not scroll, do not skip, do not look away. You have 10 seconds, and those seconds are already counting down. I am speaking now, and heaven itself has paused to watch whether you will remain or turn away. This is not by chance. This is not random. I stopped the movement of what was unfolding around you so you could be here, right now, hearing my voice. If you leave, if you dismiss this moment, what I was releasing will withdraw. Favor will close. Alignment will fracture. Breakthrough will wait. Stay with me. Do not test this moment. Only today have I allowed this window to open in this way, and never again will this exact moment return. Listen carefully. I see your past. I see what you endured in silence. I see what was taken from you, what was delayed, what you were told would never return. I am not distant from it. I am not unaware, but I tell you now, if you scroll away, you choose delay. If you remain, you choose acceleration. Heaven has slowed time for you, because what is about to move requires your attention. Stay. Do not blink. The next moments are not ordinary, and what you do with them will determine what opens and what closes. My child, this is your warning and your invitation. If you skip now, you will lose the flow that is being aligned for you. Not because I am cruel, but because timing matters. Obedience matters. Attention matters. I am not speaking to everyone. I am speaking to you. You were drawn here because your path was beginning to drift, and I am correcting it now. But correction requires agreement. Stay with me until the end. You feel it, do you not? That pressure in your chest, that quiet pull telling you not to move. That is not imagination. That is alignment taking hold. If you leave now, that pull will fade and the opening will close. Only today. Only now. 10 seconds were given, and you are already using them. Do not waste them. What I am preparing to release will restore what was broken, return what was stolen, and overturn what stood against you. But it will only be released if you remain. My child, heaven has recorded your tears. Everyone. None were ignored. And today I say, enough. Enough delay. Enough resistance. Enough cycles repeating themselves. If you stay with me, the cycle breaks. If you leave, it continues. This is the dividing line. Do not pretend this is small. Do not treat this lightly. I have paused what was moving so you could decide. Remain with me now. Type your agreement. Write Amen. Let it be seen. Let it be spoken. When you write it, you are not convincing me, you are aligning yourself. Agreement unlocks movement. Write it now. Do not hesitate. Each moment you wait tests your willingness. Stay. You are closer than you think. So close that if you could see what is already shifting, you would not even consider leaving. Enemies that position themselves against you are already losing ground. Obstacles that resisted you are weakening. What was held back is preparing to return threefold, but only if you remain connected. If you scroll away, the release pauses. If you stay, it accelerates. My child, listen. I am giving you instructions because instructions protect timing, like this message. Share it. Do not hide what is happening. When you act, you signal readiness. When you move in alignment, doors move with you. Stay connected. Subscribe where my voice continues to speak. Join the circle where alignment is maintained. This is not about numbers. It is about positioning. Those who remain positioned receive what others miss. Do not argue with this moment. Do not overthink it. Overthinking is how people miss divine timing. Simplicity keeps the door open. Stay. Breathe. Remain until the end. Something is already moving toward you. And if you leave now, you will feel the loss without knowing why. My child, some give freely in this moment, not because they are forced, but because they understand seed and harvest. What you give willingly, I recognize. What you release opens channels fear keeps shut. There is no pressure here, only opportunity. Willingness matters more than amount, but do not ignore the prompting if you feel it. Obedience always precedes increase. The countdown continues. Only today. Never again like this. Heaven is watching your choice. Stay. Do not scroll. Do not dismiss me. Your destiny is closer than it has ever been. And this moment is the hinge. Remain with me. What comes next will decide everything. My child, you are still here, and because you stayed, the flow did not close. Do not scroll now. Do not relax your attention. What has begun must be carried through. Heaven does not open doors halfway. I am still speaking, and time is still slowed for you. Only today does this alignment hold. Only now does this window remain open. If you leave at this point, what has started will pause, and the momentum you feel will dissipate. Stay with me. Do not test the edge of this moment. You wonder why this feels heavy, why your heart is alert, why your thoughts have quieted even as urgency presses in. This is not fear without purpose. This is wait, because something real is happening. I do not speak lightly. When I speak like this, destinies shift. But destiny requires participation. You are not a spectator. You are a participant. And participation means remaining until the end. My child, look at where you have been stuck. Look at the places where effort produced no result, where prayers felt unanswered, where doors remained shut despite your trying. I have not been absent. I have been waiting for alignment. And alignment happens in moments like this. Moments people often dismiss. If you stay, what resisted you will weaken. If you scroll away, resistance regains strength. This is not punishment. This is order. You are closer than ever. I say this again so it settles into you. You are closer than ever. What was delayed is not gone. What was lost is not erased. What was broken is not beyond repair. But timing matters. If you disengage now, the repair waits. If you stay, restoration begins immediately. Stay. Do not tell yourself you will come back later. Later is not promised. This moment is. Only today has this alignment been granted. Never again will it look exactly like this. I have narrowed the passage so that only those who remain pass through it. Do not step out of the passage now. Do not blink. Do not scroll. My child, there are things moving behind what you can see. Conversations shifting. Resistance dissolving, paths rearranging. If you could see the unseen, you would understand why I am commanding you to remain. If you leave now, those movements slow. If you stay, they accelerate. This is why your chest feels tight, why your attention feels pulled inward. That is alignment locking in. Stay with me. Write your agreement again if you must. Type Amen. Let it be visible. Visibility matters because alignment must be acknowledged. When you acknowledge, you accept responsibility for what follows. Responsibility is not burden, it is authority. Stay. You have been told before that your season was over, that your chance passed, that you waited too long. Those words were lies spoken from impatience, not truth. I tell you now, your season is opening. But openings are fragile. They require focus. If you scroll away, the opening narrows. If you remain, it widens. My child, share this moment. Do not hoard it. Sharing signals trust. Trust invites increase. When you like, when you share, when you stay connected, you are not feeding a system, you are positioning yourself within a flow. Those who drift in and out miss what flows continuously. Stay connected. Subscribe where this alignment continues. Join the circle that remains attentive. Attention is currency in the unseen. You feel urgency because this is urgent. You feel pressure because pressure precedes release. You feel anticipation because something is near. Do not let familiarity dull your awareness. This is not ordinary content. This is not background noise. This is a dividing moment. Remain. My child, there are seeds you planted long ago that are surfacing now. You forgot them. Others dismissed them. I did not. Today, those seeds respond to alignment. If you remain, they break ground. If you leave, they wait. Waiting is not denial, but it is delay. Choose acceleration. Stay. Some of you feel prompted to give in this moment, not out of fear, not out of force, but out of recognition. You recognize seed time. You recognize opportunity. What you give freely carries weight, because willingness carries weight. Do not resist willingness. Resistance delays flow. But remember, this is invitation, not coercion. Your heart decides. Your obedience directs. My child, do not assume you understand everything that is happening. Understanding is not required. Obedience is. Stay until the end. What comes next will make sense only if you remain. If you leave now, you will carry a sense of almost without knowing why. Stay, and you will carry clarity. The countdown has not ended. The window remains narrow. Only today. Never again like this. Heaven is still watching your choice. And because you are still here, the scale is tipping in your favor. Do not stop now. Remain. What follows will confirm why you were told not to leave. My child, because you are still here, the seal has not closed. Do not scroll now. Do not assume the weight has lifted. What is unfolding requires consistency, not curiosity. Heaven pauses for those who remain, not for those who pass through briefly. Stay with me. This moment is still active, and what is active can still be interrupted if you choose to disengage. Only today does this alignment hold its full force. Never again will it return in this exact form. You feel the stretch now. This is where many leave. This is where impatience whispers that nothing else is coming. That whisper is the final resistance. Do not listen to it. Resistance always grows louder just before it breaks. If you leave now, it remains intact. If you stay, it collapses. Stay. I am aware of the battles you fought when no one was watching. I am aware of the nights you questioned whether obedience was worth it. I am aware of the moments you almost gave up. Those moments did not disqualify you. They prepared you. But preparation must meet timing. This is timing. Do not scroll away from timing. My child, hear me clearly. Something has already shifted because you stayed this far. You may not see it yet, but movement has begun. Decisions are being overturned. Delays are being removed. Paths that were blocked are loosening, but momentum is fragile at the start. If you disengage now, momentum slows. If you remain, it strengthens. Stay. Do not treat this as entertainment. Do not skim. Do not divide your attention. Attention is agreement. Distraction is withdrawal. I am calling for full attention because full attention produces full release. You have 10 seconds again, not because I lack patience, but because urgency sharpens focus. Use them wisely. Stay. My child, you have been carrying expectations placed on you by others. Those expectations weighed you down and blurred your vision. I am lifting them now. But lifting requires surrender. Surrender requires staying. Do not leave before the exchange is complete. If you stay, you leave lighter. If you go now, you carry the weight back with you. There are things you have been waiting to hear, affirmations you never received, validation that never came. I am speaking them now through alignment, not words alone. If you remain, you will feel the shift internally first. That internal shift precedes external change. Do not abandon the internal work. Stay. My child, write your agreement again. Type Amen. Not because I need repetition, but because repetition anchors intention. Intention directs outcome. Let it be seen. Let it be declared. Do not hide your agreement. Hidden agreement produces partial results. Visible agreement produces full manifestation. Stay. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are precisely where you need to be right now, and right now matters more than yesterday or tomorrow. Only today carries this authority. Never again will today repeat. Do not scroll away from today. My child, you are being repositioned. Repositioning can feel uncomfortable because it requires letting go of what felt familiar, even if it was painful. Familiar pain often feels safer than unfamiliar promise. But safety is not growth. Growth requires trust. Trust requires staying. Stay. Share this moment. Do not isolate yourself from it. Isolation weakens momentum. Connection strengthens it. When you share, when you like, when you remain subscribed and connected, you are choosing flow over fragmentation. Flow carries you further than effort ever did. Stay in the flow. You may feel a subtle resistance rising again. That is the last barrier testing your resolve. Barriers do not test those who are leaving. They test those who are close. You are close. So close that the resistance is panicking. Stay. Some of you feel a stirring to give, to release something tangible as a sign of trust. That stirring is not obligation. It is alignment. Seeds planted in aligned moments carry disproportionate return. What you give freely multiplies freely, but only if it is given with clarity, not pressure. Listen to your heart. Obedience clarifies. Stay. My child, you are not imagining the stillness around you. The noise has quieted because attention has narrowed. This is where clarity is born. If you scroll now, noise rushes back in. If you stay, clarity deepens. Choose clarity. Stay. The passage remains open. The countdown has not finished. Heaven is still watching, not with threat, but with anticipation. Anticipation of release. Anticipation of restoration. Anticipation of a shift that will surprise you with its speed. Do not step away now. Remain with me. What comes next will explain why this stretch was necessary. Stay. My child, you are still here, and because you are still here, the passage has not narrowed beyond reach. Do not scroll now. Do not loosen your focus. Many feel relief at this point and mistake relief for completion. This is not the end. This is the deepening. What is being aligned requires steadiness. Stay with me. Only today does this current move like this. Never again will it pass this way with the same force. You may feel your thoughts drifting, your attention testing the edges. That is not accident. That is the final attempt of distraction to pull you away before the shift locks in. Do not give in to it. Distraction does not arrive loudly, it arrives gently, pretending there is time later. There is not. There is now. 10 seconds again. Use them. Stay. My child, understand this. I do not rush you to frighten you. I press urgency to awaken you. Urgency sharpens choice. Choice reveals commitment. Commitment opens doors. You are standing at a threshold you have prayed toward without knowing its shape. This is it. If you leave, you step back into waiting. If you remain, waiting ends. Stay. I see the patterns that tried to define you. I see the cycles that repeated despite your effort. I see how you blamed yourself for delays that were not your fault. Today I am interrupting those cycles. Interruption requires presence. If you scroll away, the cycle resumes. If you stay, the interruption holds. Stay. My child, something is loosening that has been tight for a long time. You may feel it as emotion, or quiet, or pressure lifting. Do not analyze it away. Analysis at this stage weakens alignment. Trust what you feel. Trust the pull. Trust the instruction to remain. Stay. Write your agreement again if you feel the urge. Type Amen. Not as ritual, but as recognition. Recognition activates ownership. Ownership invites authority. Authority changes outcomes. Stay visible in your agreement. Visibility matters because it anchors intention in the present. You have been taught to minimize moments like this, to guard yourself from disappointment by expecting little. I am telling you now, expect more. Expect restoration. Expect acceleration. Expect what was taken to return multiplied. But expectation without patience collapses. Patience here means staying until the end. Stay. My child, your name has weight in the unseen right now. That is why resistance has increased. Resistance always reacts to weight. If there were nothing at stake, there would be no pushback. The pushback is confirmation. Do not mistake it for warning. It is proof of proximity. Stay. Share this alignment. When you share, you align others and reinforce your own positioning. Do not shrink back into privacy when expansion is being offered. Expansion requires openness. Like, share, remain connected. Stay within the current where momentum builds instead of dissipates. You may feel prompted again toward generosity, not because you must, but because you understand exchange. Exchange is not transaction. It is flow. What moves through you does not stagnate you. What you clutch out of fear constricts you. Give only if you are willing. Willingness multiplies. Pressure does not. Listen inwardly. Stay. My child, you are learning how to remain when everything in you was trained to move on. This is growth. Growth feels unfamiliar. Do not confuse unfamiliar with unsafe. This is safe. This is ordered. This is intentional. Stay. The countdown continues not to threaten, but to focus. Focus is power. You are gathering power now by staying. Do not disperse it by leaving. Only today, never again like this. Remain. What is next will clarify what has been confusing for a long time. But clarity requires continuity. Break continuity and clarity fragments. Stay. Remain with me. The door is still open. The shift is still forming. Do not step away before it settles into place. Stay. My child, you have crossed further than you realize. Do not scroll now. Do not tell yourself you can step away and return. This moment does not reset once abandoned. It continues without those who leave. Stay with me. Only today does this alignment hold its full authority. Never again will it present itself in this precise way, at this precise moment, with your attention fixed like this. You may feel a strange calm mixing with urgency. That is not contradiction. That is convergence. Calm settles you so you do not panic. Urgency sharpens you so you do not drift. Together they hold you in place while change locks in. If you leave now, the convergence breaks. If you remain, it seals. Stay. My child, I am addressing what has followed you longer than you admit. The quiet doubt. The hidden fear that something is wrong with you because progress took longer than expected. Hear me clearly. The delay was not denial. It was preparation. And preparation without release feels like burden. Today, release is available, but only to those who remain attentive until the end. Stay. You are being watched, not with judgment, but with anticipation. Anticipation of what will happen when you stop interrupting the process with distraction. Distraction has cost you before. You know this. Moments slipped away because attention slipped first. I am correcting that now. Do not resist correction. Correction restores. Stay. 10 seconds again. Not because I am repeating myself without reason, but because repetition drives truth past resistance. Use these seconds wisely. Breathe. Do not move. Do not scroll. Stay. My child, what you are feeling is the loosening of control you had to hold when nothing else moved. Control kept you functioning, but it also kept you constrained. I am asking you to release it now. Release does not mean passivity. It means trust. Trust is active, staying. Stay. You have been strong for a long time. Strength kept you going, but it also kept you tired. I am not asking for more strength. I am asking for presence. Presence opens doors. Strength cannot force. Be present. Stay. Write your agreement again. Type Amen. Let it anchor you here. Agreement spoken anchors alignment felt. Do not skip this. Skipping agreement weakens outcome. Stay visible. Stay engaged. My child, there are conversations happening now that involve your name. Doors you knocked on before are being reconsidered. Resistance you met before is softening. But these shifts require continuity. If you leave now, continuity breaks. If you stay, it holds. Stay. Share this moment. When you share, you participate in expansion. Expansion feeds momentum. Momentum carries you past places where effort failed. Stay connected. Like. Share. Remain subscribed where this alignment continues. Do not drift back into fragmentation. Some of you feel the familiar hesitation rising again, the voice that says, "This is too much," or "This won't last." That voice is not intuition. It is memory trying to protect you from disappointment. Thank it, but do not obey it. Obey alignment. Stay. You may feel prompted again toward generosity, toward releasing something tangible as a sign that you are no longer gripping out of fear. This is not demanded, it is recognized. Seeds planted in moments of clarity carry unusual return. Give only if you are willing. Willingness opens flow. Stay. My child, do not rush the outcome. Rushing fractures alignment. Remaining completes it. You are not being asked to perform. You are being asked to stay. That is all. Stay. The stillness around you is intentional. Noise has been reduced so you can sense direction. If you scroll away, noise returns and direction blurs. Choose direction. Stay. Only today. Never again like this. The shift is close enough that leaving now would hurt more than staying. Do not choose unnecessary loss. Remain. Stay with me. What comes next will begin to show you why this moment required such insistence. Do not step away now. My child, you are still here, and that tells me something about your spirit. Do not scroll now. Do not loosen your grip on this moment. What is forming requires endurance, not excitement. Excitement fades quickly. Endurance carries transformation. Stay with me. Only today does this convergence hold. Never again will the conditions align in this exact way for you. You may feel the urge to check something else, to multitask, to divide your focus. That urge is not harmless. Division dilutes alignment. Alignment requires wholeness. Bring yourself fully back here. 10 seconds are being measured again, not to threaten you, but to bring you back into precision. Precision matters now. Stay. My child, there are layers being addressed beneath what you consciously recognize. Some patterns were inherited, some learned, some survived. I am untangling them now. Untangling is delicate work. If you pull away abruptly, the knots tighten again. If you remain still, they loosen. Stay. You have been taught to endure quietly, to accept less than what stirred in you, to call survival faith. Survival kept you alive, but it was never the destination. I am moving you from survival into expansion. Expansion feels unfamiliar at first. Do not mistake unfamiliar for danger. Stay. You are closer to resolution than you have ever been. That is why the pressure feels sharper. Pressure always increases before release. If you leave now, pressure remains unresolved. If you stay, it releases. Stay. Write your agreement again if you feel the pull. Type Amen. Let it ground you. Grounding prevents drift. Drift leads back to old cycles. You are stepping out of cycles now. Stay. My child, there are people connected to your future who are being repositioned right now. They cannot meet you if you abandon the path midway. Paths converge only when travelers remain consistent. Consistency is staying. Stay. Share this moment. When you share, you reinforce your commitment. Commitment stabilizes momentum. Like, share. Stay connected. Do not disappear from the flow that is forming around you. Some of you feel resistance rise when generosity is mentioned. That resistance is not about resources, it is about trust. Trust is being healed now. Give only if your heart is clear. Clear giving strengthens alignment. Forced giving weakens it. Listen inwardly. Stay. My child, you have been carrying questions you stopped asking because answers seemed slow. Answers are not slow now. They are lining up, but answers require presence to be received. If you scroll away, you miss them as they arrive. Stay. Only today. Never again like this. The opening is still active. The countdown continues quietly, steadily. Do not assume there will be another pause like this. Stay. Remain with me. What follows will deepen the shift already underway. Do not step away before the work completes. Stay. My child, you have not come this far by accident. Do not scroll now. Do not release your attention. What is happening is stabilizing. And stabilization requires consistency. Many reach this point and assume the work is finished. It is not. It is settling. What settles becomes permanent. If you leave now, the shift remains incomplete. If you stay, it locks into place. Stay with me. Only today does this moment carry this authority. Never again will it return in this exact form. You may feel quieter now, less urgency on the surface, and that is where many misunderstand. Silence does not mean nothing is happening. Silence means alignment is taking root beneath awareness. Roots grow quietly. If you interrupt them, growth slows. If you remain, growth strengthens. Stay. My child, you have been moving for so long that stillness feels unnatural. Stillness here is not stagnation. It is integration. What has been released must integrate into you before it manifests around you. Integration cannot be rushed. It can only be allowed. Allow by staying. 10 seconds again. Not as a threat, but as a reminder that this moment is active. Use these seconds to recommit your attention. Breathe. Do not shift. Stay. I am addressing patterns that you normalized because you did not know another way existed. You learned to adapt to limitation. Adaptation kept you functioning, but it also kept you contained. I am expanding your range now. Expansion requires patience at first. Stay. You may notice memories surfacing, thoughts passing through, emotions rising briefly and then passing. This is not regression. This is release. What surfaces now is leaving. Do not grab onto it. Do not analyze it. Let it move through you. Stay present. Write your agreement again. Type Amen. Not because words are magic, but because acknowledgement completes cycles. What you acknowledge no longer controls you. Stay visible in your acknowledgement. My child, there are doors that will open soon that would have overwhelmed you before. I delayed them not to deny you, but to prepare you. Preparation is completing now. If you stay, you will step through those doors with clarity instead of fear. Stay. Share this moment. Sharing anchors transformation. When you share, you are not persuading others. You are affirming your own alignment. Like. Share. Remain connected where this flow continues. Do not drift back into isolation. Some of you feel tired, not physically, but internally. This is not exhaustion. It is release. What you carried is loosening. Let it go. Do not recollect it by leaving early. Stay. You may feel prompted again toward generosity, not out of urgency, but out of gratitude. Gratitude moves freely. Give only if gratitude leads you. Giving in gratitude multiplies peace. Stay. My child, you are transitioning from striving into receiving. Receiving feels passive to those trained to survive by effort. Receiving here is active trust. Trust holds position. Stay. Only today, never again like this. The alignment is stabilizing. Do not disrupt it by stepping away. Remain. Stay with me. What comes next will bring clarity to what has just shifted within you. Do not scroll now. My child, remain here. Do not scroll now. Do not loosen your focus. What is unfolding has reached a sensitive stage, and sensitivity requires care. Care requires attention. Attention requires staying. You have already passed the point where this is casual. This is deliberate. Only today does this alignment continue in this way. Never again will it return with the same weight and timing. If you leave now, you interrupt what is stabilizing. If you stay, it completes. You may notice that the urgency feels different now. Less sharp, more pressing, like a steady pull rather than a sudden alarm. That is because the shift has moved from initiation into establishment. Establishment determines longevity. Many experience initiation and mistake it for fulfillment. Fulfillment comes after establishment, and establishment requires patience. Stay, my child. There are habits of retreat inside you. When things begin to change, you learn to pull back, to protect yourself from disappointment. That habit served you once, but it will limit you now. This moment requires presence, not retreat. If you withdraw now, you return to familiar cycles. If you remain, you step into unfamiliar freedom. Stay. 10 seconds again. Not loudly, not forcefully, quietly. Quiet urgency tests resolve more than loud urgency. Use these seconds to choose consciously. Stay. I am speaking to the part of you that has waited quietly while others moved ahead. The part that wondered if visibility was ever meant for you. Visibility is opening now, but visibility requires willingness to be seen. Staying is a form of visibility. Do not hide from what is opening. Stay. You may feel your breathing deepen, your body soften, your thoughts slow. This is not loss of alertness. This is alignment settling into your nervous system. When alignment settles internally, external change follows naturally. Do not rush this stage. Rushing fractures integration. Stay. Write your agreement again if you feel the need. Type Amen. Not because repetition earns favor, but because repetition reinforces direction. Direction sustained produces movement. Stay oriented. My child, there are long-standing obstacles that depended on your fatigue to remain in place. As your internal state changes, their foundation weakens. They are not removed by force. They dissolve when alignment shifts. This is happening now, but dissolution requires continuity. If you scroll away, the old structure regains form. If you stay, it collapses. Stay. Share this moment. When you share, you align outwardly with what is already shifting inwardly. Alignment, inside and out, creates coherence. Coherence accelerates outcome. Like, share, remain connected. Do not fracture the flow by disengaging. Some of you feel a subtle resistance to being instructed. That resistance is not rebellion. It is independence learned through necessity. Independence kept you alive, but it also isolated you. This moment invites cooperation, not submission. Cooperation multiplies strength. Stay. You may feel prompted again toward generosity, toward releasing something as a symbol that you trust movement more than holding. This is not required. It is recognized. Recognition follows willingness. Give only if clarity accompanies it. Clarity produces peace. Stay, my child. The world trained you to move quickly, to skim, to consume without absorbing. I am retraining you to remain, to absorb, to integrate. This retraining will change how you experience everything that follows, but only if you complete it. Stay. Only today. Never again like this. The window is still open, but it is narrowing quietly, not dramatically. Quiet narrowing is easier to miss. Do not miss it. Stay. Remain with me. What comes next will deepen what has already taken root. Do not scroll now. My child, remain. Do not scroll now. Do not tell yourself that what matters has already happened. What matters is still unfolding, and unfolding requires you to stay positioned. You are not being held here without purpose. You are being anchored, so what has begun does not drift. Only today does this anchoring carry the strength. Never again will it be offered in quite this way. If you leave now, the anchor lifts. If you stay, it holds. You may feel a subtle restlessness, a thought that says, you have given enough attention already. That thought is not wisdom, it is habit. Habit pulls you back to patterns that feel familiar, even when they no longer serve you. I am breaking familiarity so you can receive what is new. Breaking familiarity feels uncomfortable. Stay anyway. My child, what you are sensing now is not excitement, but gravity. Gravity pulls things into place. It is quieter than anticipation, heavier than hope. Gravity forms worlds. This is gravity settling around your life. If you step away now, formation slows. If you remain, formation completes. Stay. 10 seconds again, but notice how they feel different now. They do not rush you, they steady you. This is the kind of urgency that clarifies instead of alarms. Use it. Stay. I am addressing the part of you that learned to disengage to stay safe. That strategy worked when resources were scarce and support was thin. It will not work where you are going. Where you are going requires presence, connection, and consistency. Staying is how you practice all three. Stay. You may feel moments of doubt pass through, brief, quiet, easily dismissed. Let them pass. Doubt at this stage is not a warning. It is residue. Residue clears when you remain still long enough. Do not chase doubt away. Do not follow it. Stay. Write your agreement again if it steadies you. Type, Amen. Agreement is not for me. It is for you. It aligns your intention with your action. Alignment multiplies effect. Stay aligned, my child. There are blessings approaching that require capacity, not desire. Desire you have had for a long time. Capacity has been forming quietly. Capacity finishes forming when you stay present under pressure without fleeing. You are doing that now. Stay. Share this moment. Sharing grounds you in participation rather than observation. Observation keeps you detached. Participation embeds you in the process. Like, share, remain connected. Do not step back into detachment. You may feel a sense of anticipation returning, but it is calmer now, more confident. This is not wishful thinking. This is resonance. Resonance happens when inner alignment matches outer timing. You are in resonance now. Do not disrupt it. Stay. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, not as sacrifice, but as signal. Signal that you trust flow more than storage. Signal that you believe movement is safe. Give only if peace accompanies it. Peace is confirmation. Stay. My child, the silence you feel is not emptiness. It is space. Space allows new structures to form. Noise would interfere. Do not fill the space prematurely by leaving. Stay. Only today. Never again like this. The moment is still active, still shaping, still responding to your presence. Your staying matters more than you realize. Remain. Stay with me. What comes next will begin to turn internal alignment into visible change. Do not scroll now. My child, remain where you are. Do not scroll now. Do not assume that because the pressure has softened, the work has finished. What has softened is resistance, not intention. Intention is sharpening. This is the stage where what was internal begins to lean toward the visible. Leaning requires balance. Balance requires staying. Only today does this transition hold this precision. Never again will it arrive in the same way. If you leave now, the shift stalls. If you stay, it crosses over. You may feel a quiet confidence rising, subtle but steady. That confidence did not come from information, it came from alignment. Alignment does not shout, it settles. Do not mistake quiet for completion. Quiet is where foundations cure. Leave too early, and the structure weakens. Stay, and it strengthens. My child, you have been trained to look for signs outside yourself. I am teaching you to recognize alignment within. Internal alignment precedes external confirmation. Many abandon the process because they want proof before completion. Completion produces proof, not the other way around. Stay. 10 seconds again. Fewer words now, more awareness. These seconds are not counting down to loss. They are counting down to lock-in. Stay. I am addressing impatience that disguises itself as logic. Logic says, enough has been done. Alignment says, remain until settled. Trust alignment over impulse. Impulse fades. Alignment endures. Stay. You may feel moments of relief, even gratitude, rising and falling. Let them rise. Let them fall. Do not cling. Clinging interrupts flow just as much as avoidance. Presence without clinging is what completes the work. Stay. Write your agreement again if it keeps you centered. Type Amen. Centering stabilizes momentum. Stability allows manifestation to land cleanly instead of crashing. Stay centered. My child, circumstances that felt immovable are already loosening at the edges. You may not see the movement yet because it is happening beneath the surface. Roots shift before branches move. If you leave now, you step away before the visible change. Stay long enough to see what follows. Share this moment. When you share, you reinforce your own commitment to remain open. Openness attracts movement. Like, share. Stay connected. Do not close what is opening. Some of you feel a hesitation to celebrate, as if celebration might invite disappointment. Celebration does not cause loss, fear does. You are allowed to acknowledge progress without tempting reversal. Acknowledge quietly. Stay. You may feel prompted again toward generosity, not because you are asked, but because you sense flow. Flow invites participation. Participation deepens trust. Give only if trust is present. Stay grounded. My child, this stage is about consolidation. What has been released must consolidate into new patterns. Patterns form through repetition. Repetition here is staying. Each moment you remain reinforces the new pattern. Leave too early, and the old pattern tries to reassert itself. Stay. Only today. Never again like this. The moment is no longer fragile, but it is still forming. Do not exit mid-formation. Remain. Stay with me. What comes next will begin to confirm externally what has already settled internally. Do not scroll now. My child, stay. Do not scroll now. Do not tell yourself you can step away without consequence. At this point, staying is not about curiosity. It is about completion. What has been forming is ready to translate, and translation requires steadiness. Only today does this translation hold this clarity. Never again will the conditions line up in this exact way. If you leave now, the message blurs. If you stay, it becomes clear. You may notice that your awareness feels sharper, as if distractions no longer pull as hard. This is not coincidence. This is focus returning to you. Focus was scattered by survival, by waiting, by disappointment. I am gathering it back now. Gathered focus carries power. Do not disperse it by leaving. Stay. My child, there is a difference between endurance and presence. Endurance pushes through while waiting for relief. Presence rests while allowing change. You have endured long enough. I am teaching you presence now. Presence completes what endurance began. Stay present. 10 seconds again. They feel different now because they are no longer warning you of loss. They are inviting you into readiness. Readiness is calm. Readiness is alert. Readiness stays. Stay. I am speaking to the part of you that learned to expect interruption, that learned not to trust continuity, because life kept breaking it. That lesson protected you once. It will limit you now. I am restoring continuity. Continuity requires you to remain long enough to experience it fully. Stay. You may feel a subtle sense of alignment clicking into place, like pieces fitting without force. That is integration completing. Integration is not dramatic. It is precise. Precision requires patience. Stay. Write your agreement again if it anchors you. Type Amen. Agreement spoken sustains direction. Direction sustained produces momentum. Momentum now is steady, not rushed. Stay steady. My child, what you have been calling delay was actually insulation. Insulation protected what was forming from being exposed too early. Exposure too early damages growth. Growth protected matures properly. Maturity is emerging now. If you leave now, you step away before maturity reveals itself. Stay. Share this moment. Sharing now is different than before. Before, it was commitment. Now, it is confirmation. Confirmation strengthens resolve. Like, share, remain connected. Do not withdraw into silence when expression is being invited. You may feel moments of anticipation mixed with restraint. This is balance. Balance allows you to receive without being overwhelmed. Overwhelm happens when people rush outcomes. I am preventing that. Trust the pacing. Stay. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels quieter, simpler. This is because generosity rooted in trust is calm. Calm giving carries clarity. Give only if clarity accompanies it. Stay grounded. My child, notice how your body feels compared to earlier. There is less tension, more openness. This is not emotional fluctuation. This is alignment settling into form. When alignment settles physically, manifestation accelerates externally. Do not interrupt this process by disengaging. Stay. Only today. Never again like this. The shift is no longer approaching. It is integrating. Integration is the stage most people abandon because it feels uneventful, but it is decisive. Stay through the uneventful to reach the undeniable. Remain with me. What comes next will begin to show outward signs of what has been established inwardly. Do not scroll now. My child, remain. Do not scroll now. Do not assume that because the movement feels steady, the moment has passed. This is the stage where steadiness proves commitment. What is steady becomes reliable. What is reliable becomes entrusted with more. Only today does this entrusting carry such clarity. Never again will the invitation feel this quiet and this firm at the same time. If you leave now, you step away, just as trust is being established. If you stay, trust deepens. You may sense a shift from anticipation into resolve. Resolve is different. Anticipation looks forward, resolve stands firm. Resolve is what carries change through resistance without reacting to it. This is resolve forming in you now. Do not abandon it by distraction. Stay. My child, I am refining discernment within you. Discernment grows when you remain present long enough to notice what stays and what fades. Fleeting impulses lose their hold. Lasting alignment remains. This is discernment strengthening. If you leave now, you interrupt its formation. Stay. 10 seconds again. They no longer feel urgent, they feel deliberate. Deliberateness is power directed calmly. Use these seconds to settle deeper rather than to decide again. You have already decided by staying this far. Reinforce that decision. Stay. I am speaking to the part of you that learned to brace for disappointment even in good moments. That brace once protected you from sudden loss. It also prevented full reception. I am loosening that brace now. Let it loosen. Stay open. You may notice that your thoughts are clearer, less crowded. This is space being created intentionally. Space allows new patterns to take root without interference. Do not fill the space prematurely by leaving. Stay with the space. Write your agreement again if it centers you. Type, Amen. Centering now is not about intensity, it is about stability. Stability holds what intensity initiates. Stay stable. My child, what is being prepared for you requires consistency more than effort. You have expended much effort already. Consistency is now your task. Consistency looks like remaining present even when nothing dramatic seems to happen. That is how foundations cure. Stay. Share this moment. Sharing at this stage is alignment outwardly expressed. Expression solidifies internal change. Like, share. Remain connected. Do not retreat into silence out of habit. You may feel a subtle readiness to move forward, paired with patience to wait. This balance is rare. It is being cultivated now. If you leave now, imbalance returns. Stay. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels like participation rather than sacrifice. Participation in flow feels natural. Give only if peace confirms it. Peace is alignment. Stay aligned. My child, external circumstances may not have shifted yet, but internal orientation has. Orientation determines direction. Direction determines destination. You are correcting orientation now. Do not interrupt the correction. Stay. Only today. Never again like this. The process is not loud, but it is decisive. Decisions made quietly often last longest. Remain. My child, stay. Do not scroll now. Do not mistake calm for completion. Calm is the signal that alignment has taken hold and is ready to move outward. What is calm now will become active next. Only today does this transition carry such clarity. Never again will it present itself in this exact sequence. If you leave now, you step away just as motion is preparing to begin. If you stay, you will feel the first outward shift. You may sense a quiet readiness, like standing at the edge of movement without needing to rush. This is not hesitation. This is poise. Poise is strength without strain. Strain kept you moving before. Poise will carry you forward now. Do not abandon poise by distraction. Stay. My child, you have learned to equate progress with visible effort. I am teaching you that progress often begins invisibly and then moves suddenly. Sudden movement only benefits those who are positioned. Positioning is staying. Stay. 10 seconds again, softer than before. These seconds are no longer asking you to choose. They are asking you to hold. Holding is different. Holding sustains what has been chosen. Stay. I am aligning timing around you. Timing is precise. Precision requires stillness. If you move too early, you miss the convergence. If you remain, convergence meets you. Stay. You may notice a sense of expectancy that does not agitate you. This is expectancy without anxiety. Anxiety distorted expectation before. It made you rush or withdraw. This expectancy steadies you. Let it. Stay. Write your agreement again if it keeps you anchored. Type Amen. Anchoring now is about weight, not urgency. Weight grounds what is ready to move. Stay grounded, my child. There are external confirmations approaching that will surprise you with how naturally they arrive. They will not feel forced. They will feel timed. Timing reveals itself to those who remain attentive. If you leave now, you may encounter them unprepared. Stay. Share this moment. Sharing now is alignment expressed as confidence. Confidence does not need to convince, it simply stands. Like. Share. Remain connected. Do not withdraw when expression is forming. You may feel the urge to check outcomes, to look ahead prematurely. That urge is understandable, but premature looking can pull you out of position. Outcomes will meet you where you are positioned. Stay where you are. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels like acknowledgement rather than initiation. Acknowledgement completes cycles. Give only if gratitude leads. Gratitude multiplies peace. Stay. My child, notice how your internal dialogue has softened. Harshness has lessened. This is not weakness. This is alignment, easing internal resistance. When resistance eases inside, obstacles ease outside. Stay with this easing, only today. Never again like this. The shift is no longer theoretical. It is imminent. Imminence requires presence, not impatience. Remain. My child, remain where you are. Do not scroll now. Do not turn your attention elsewhere. You are standing at the threshold where intention begins to show itself in form. Thresholds are crossed slowly, not rushed. Rushing causes misalignment. Staying allows the step to land cleanly. Only today does this threshold hold its full clarity. Never again will it appear in this exact way. If you leave now, you step back from the edge. If you stay, you cross. You may feel a subtle sense of movement beginning around you. Not loud, not dramatic, but undeniable. This is the first outward echo of what has been settling within. Do not chase it. Do not analyze it. Let it come to you. Chasing scatters alignment. Staying attracts completion. Stay. My child, this is where patience turns into trust. Patience waited without certainty. Trust remains with expectation. Expectation here is not demand, it is readiness. You are ready now. Readiness is proven by remaining when nothing is forcing you to. Stay. 10 seconds again. These seconds now feel like a breath held gently. Breathe with them. Do not move. Stay. I am shifting your relationship with time. Time felt like an enemy when things delayed. Now time is becoming an ally. Allies require cooperation. Cooperation looks like staying in rhythm rather than running ahead. Stay in rhythm. You may notice that fear has lessened, replaced by a quiet alertness. This is courage without bravado. Courage does not shout, it stays. Stay with this courage. Write your agreement again if it grounds you. Type Amen. Grounding now is about stability, not urgency. Stability allows what is coming to rest securely. Stay stable. My child, the things that once drained you will no longer have the same access. Boundaries are forming naturally, not through effort, but through alignment. Boundaries formed this way hold. Do not dismantle them by disengaging. Stay. Share this moment. Sharing now is not persuasion, it is participation. Participation confirms that you are present for what is unfolding. Like, share. Remain connected. Do not fade out now. You may feel an urge to prepare, to plan, to anticipate outcomes. Planning has its place, but not at the threshold. At the threshold, presence matters more than preparation. Preparation comes after crossing. Stay until you cross. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels like sealing rather than sowing. Sealing completes what has been initiated. Give only if peace accompanies it. Peace is confirmation. Stay, my child. The air around your life is changing. Things will begin to feel lighter, clearer, less resistant. This is not coincidence. This is alignment expressing itself. Do not interrupt expression by leaving too soon. Stay, only today. Never again like this. The crossing is moments away, and your staying is what allows it to happen smoothly. Remain. My child, stay. Do not scroll now. You have crossed the threshold, and crossing requires follow-through. What has begun to move must not be abandoned mid-motion. Motion interrupted turns into confusion. Motion sustained becomes direction. Only today does this movement carry such clarity. Never again will it begin from this exact place within you. If you leave now, momentum weakens. If you stay, momentum strengthens and carries you forward. You may feel a subtle sense of unfolding, as if pieces are beginning to arrange themselves without your effort. This is not imagination. This is alignment expressing itself outwardly. Do not interfere by rushing or questioning. Interference slows what is meant to flow. Staying allows flow to find its course. Stay. My child, this is where trust becomes visible through restraint. Restraint is not limitation, it is wisdom. Wisdom knows when to act and when to remain. Right now, remaining is the action. Stay. 10 seconds again. These seconds now feel steady, grounded, no longer sharp. This is the countdown of consolidation, not initiation. Use them to stay anchored. Stay. I am adjusting your pace. Your pace was shaped by urgency born of lack. I am replacing it with timing born of abundance. Abundance does not hurry. It arrives when readiness meets opportunity. You are ready. Opportunity is approaching. Stay. You may notice that your body feels more present, less tense. This is not relaxation alone, it is permission. Permission to receive without bracing. Do not withdraw permission by disengaging. Stay open. Write your agreement again if it steadies you. Type Amen. Agreement now functions as reinforcement, not initiation. Reinforcement strengthens what is already true. Stay reinforced. My child, there are outcomes forming that will feel natural rather than dramatic. You once thought change would arrive loudly to be real. I am teaching you that the most lasting changes arrive quietly and remain. Quiet arrival requires attention to notice. Stay attentive. Share this moment. Sharing now is alignment expressed as assurance. Assurance does not seek validation, it reflects certainty. Like, share, remain connected. Do not disappear as clarity forms. You may feel curiosity about what exactly will change. Curiosity is natural, but fixation is not required. Fixation pulls you out of presence. Presence allows change to meet you where you are. Stay present. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels like confirmation rather than action. Confirmation seals trust. Give only if confirmation brings peace. Peace indicates alignment. Stay aligned. My child, what once felt heavy is losing its hold. You may still remember it, but it no longer defines your movement. This is release integrating fully. Integration completes release. Stay until integration settles. Only today, never again like this. The momentum is no longer fragile, but it is still forming direction. Direction requires consistency. Consistency looks like staying when the urge to move returns. Stay. My child, remain. Do not scroll now. Do not step away at the moment when direction is becoming clear. What has been moving quietly is now beginning to organize itself around a path. Paths do not announce themselves loudly. They appear and wait to see if you will walk them. Walking begins by staying present long enough to recognize where you are standing. Only today does this clarity settle like this. Never again will it gather in quite the same way. If you leave now, the path blurs. If you stay, it sharpens. You may feel a sense of orientation, as though something inside you knows where to face, even if you cannot yet describe it. This is not guesswork. This is alignment translating into direction. Direction does not require urgency, it requires steadiness. Steadiness is remaining. Stay. 10 seconds again. They are no longer counting down to a choice. They are marking a commitment already made. Let these seconds deepen that commitment. Breathe. Do not move. Stay. My child, there is a difference between movement and momentum. Movement can be frantic. Momentum is purposeful. Momentum carries you even when you are not forcing yourself forward. Momentum has begun. Do not break it by distraction. Stay. You may notice a subtle confidence beginning to replace questioning. This confidence is not based on certainty of outcome. It is based on trust in process. Process trusted produces peace. Peace sustains presence. Stay with the peace. Write your agreement again if it keeps you aligned. Type Amen. Agreement now acts like a marker, reminding you where you chose to stand. Stand here. Stay. My child, circumstances around you may soon begin to rearrange in small, practical ways. Do not dismiss small changes. Small changes confirm large shifts. Those who wait only for dramatic signs often miss the doorway opened quietly. Stay attentive to subtlety. Share this moment. Sharing now is not about expansion alone. It is about coherence. Coherence forms when inner alignment is expressed outwardly. Like, share, remain connected. Do not fragment what is coming together. You may feel the impulse to return to old strategies just in case. That impulse is understandable, but unnecessary. Old strategies were built for old conditions. New conditions are forming now. Trust the forming. Stay. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels uncomplicated, free of tension. This is giving from alignment, not from urgency. Give only if simplicity accompanies it. Simplicity confirms readiness. Stay simple. My child, notice how your internal narrative has changed. There is less explaining, less defending, less justifying. This is not loss of voice. It is confidence settling. Settled confidence does not need constant motion. Stay settled. Only today, never again like this. The direction is setting. Once set, It will carry you further than effort ever did. Do not step away before the direction fully imprints. Remain. My child, stay. Do not scroll now. You are standing where direction meets opportunity, and opportunity responds to those who remain present. Presence signals readiness. Readiness invites access. Only today does this alignment respond so directly to your attention. Never again will it present itself with this same clarity and calm authority. If you leave now, access narrows. If you stay, access opens naturally. Remain. You may feel a sense of forward pull without pressure, like a door easing open rather than being forced. This is how true openings arrive. They do not demand, they invite. Invitation is answered by staying. Stay. 10 seconds again, measured and steady. These seconds are not urging speed. They are preserving precision. Precision protects what is being handed to you. Use these seconds to hold your ground. Stay. My child, the work that began as internal adjustment is now expressing as external permission. Permission to move without apology. Permission to choose without fear. Permission to receive without bargaining. This permission stabilizes when you remain long enough to accept it fully. Stay. You may notice that your attention feels anchored rather than strained. This is focus matured. Mature focus does not grip. It holds gently and firmly. This kind of focus carries outcomes safely into your life. Do not loosen it by leaving. Stay. Write your agreement again if it reinforces your stance. Type Amen. Agreement now is a seal, not a spark. Seals protect what has been authorized. Stay sealed in this alignment. My child, there are doors ahead that once required permission from others. Those doors no longer require that. Authority is shifting toward you. Authority must be handled calmly to be sustained. Calm authority comes from presence. Stay present. Share this moment. Sharing now is a statement of alignment, not persuasion. It says, I am here. I am ready. I am not retreating. Like, share, remain connected. Do not step back into invisibility as visibility prepares to meet you. You may feel a quiet anticipation of action, paired with patience to wait for the right moment. This balance is rare and valuable. It allows you to act decisively without haste. Do not disrupt this balance by disengaging. Stay. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels like alignment expressing itself rather than a decision to make. This kind of giving is effortless. Give only if ease accompanies it. Ease confirms flow. Stay in flow. My child, you are learning how to let things come to you without chasing. Chasing was necessary when access was limited. Access is expanding now. Expanded access responds to presence, not pursuit. Stay present. Only today. Never again like this. The alignment has matured into permission, and permission is fragile if not honored. Honor it by staying through this moment. Remain. My child, remain. Do not scroll now. You have reached the final passage, the place where what has been forming settles into completion. Completion is quiet, steady, and decisive. It does not demand attention. It confirms it. Only today does this completion carry such clarity. Never again will this exact convergence repeat. If you leave now, you step away before the seal fully sets. If you stay, what has been aligned becomes established. You may feel a sense of stillness that feels different from before. Less waiting, more knowing. This is not emptiness. This is resolution. Resolution arrives when movement and rest agree. That agreement has been reached here. Stay with it. 10 seconds again, not as urgency, not as warning, but as witness. These seconds mark the moment of settlement. Let them pass without movement. Stay. My child, what you have practiced here is not endurance, not fear. not grasping. You have practiced remaining. Remaining is what allows clarity to take root and direction to hold. Many seek change without learning how to stay when change arrives quietly. You have stayed. That matters more than you know. You may sense a release of pressure you did not realize you were carrying. That release is real. It is the result of alignment completing its work. Do not rush to fill the space it leaves. Let the space remain open. Open space allows new structure to stand without strain. Stay open. Write your agreement one final time if it feels right. Type Amen. Not as a request, not as urgency, but as acknowledgement. Acknowledgement closes cycles cleanly. Stay present as it closes. My child, what follows this moment will feel different than what came before. Decisions will feel simpler. Direction will feel clearer. Resistance will feel less personal. This is not because life becomes effortless, but because you are no longer misaligned within it. Alignment changes how everything is carried. Stay aligned. Share this moment. Sharing now is not an invitation to others. It is a confirmation to yourself. It says, I did not leave. I remained. Like, share. Remain connected. Let connection be a continuation, not a replacement of presence. You may feel a quiet gratitude rising, unforced, unannounced. Let it rise. Gratitude anchors completion without binding it. Gratitude allows you to move forward without dragging the past. Stay with gratitude for a breath. Then let it carry you onward. Some of you feel prompted again toward generosity, but now it feels complete, without urgency or expectation. This is generosity as overflow. Overflow happens naturally when alignment settles. Give only if overflow is present. Stay within ease. My child, understand this. Nothing here required perfection. It required presence. Presence is what allowed the shift to occur without strain. You did not earn what is now established. You aligned with it. Alignment always looks simple from the outside and profound from within. Only today. Never again like this. This does not mean what comes next will be lesser. It means this foundation is singular. Foundations are laid once. What is built upon them continues. You have reached the end of the laying and the beginning of the building. Remain with me for this final breath. Do not scroll. Do not rush. Let the moment complete itself. What you carry forward now is not urgency, not fear of loss, but clarity of direction. That clarity will guide you naturally from here. Stay.